Hey guys, this is Semessa, aka Scoutcarry, bringing you another training and analysis video. Yesterday we focused on the carry babysit lane. Today, however, we are getting into the fun stuff, the offensive lane. First things first, offensive lane makeups. You've got a lot of different types of offensive lanes. You've got double stun lanes, hard harass lanes, and passive lanes. Double stun lanes are stuff like Pyromagmus, Pyro Hammerstorm, you know, stuff that have got a lot of kill potential from level 2 onwards even. Your hard harass lanes are stuff like Pyromancer and Slither, such as the lane we have today, Soul Reaper and Accursed, although that could also go into the next category, and some other sort of slow without too heavy stuns type of lane. Last lane is the passive lane. Passive lane is pretty much a cursed plus ranged hero. You don't often get passive lanes that don't have an accursed in them. The idea of a passive lane is not to kill or to harass. Well, sort of to harass. It's not your main focus though. Your main focus is to get some sort of farm in the top lane, and your harass is usually through denies. So let's get to this video, shall we? As you can see, this is me playing Pyromancer and one of my friends playing Slither. I have wards in my inventory. Your inventory for a ganker is really crucial. You do not need heavy stats. That's the biggest difference between the babysit lane, the mid lane, and the offensive lane. You do not need heavy stats for a ganking lane, for the offensive lane. My items were wards, 1 set of Runes of the Blight, 1 health potion, 2 mana potions, and 2 minor totems. This is great. Wards, that's a given. Any decent player will get wards in the offensive lane. 2 lots of regen. I know I'm going to be heavy harassing this game, since this is a heavy harass lane, and I'm going to get hit by creeps or counter ganked quite a bit, so I will need the regen to get me back up again. 2 mana potions. I'm going to be spamming a lot. Spamming in the offensive lane is a bit iffy at times, whether or not you should do it. If you're playing a hero where you're most likely going to get a bottle, spam away. If you're playing a hero that's got really decent mana regen, spam away. If you have a Glacius on your team, spam away. So, first things first, come down to the rune. The offensive lane is great to actually get the rune. We catch this wretched off guard, and we see the double damage spawn. I get the double damage before him and almost get the kill. It's fine that I didn't get that kill there. It's not the end of the world if you miss a kill. Right here, I'm just putting down wards. Put down this ward to block the neutral camp. Put down this ward here that I'm about to put down to see the rune. Seeing the rune really helps out your mid solo. Going back into the lane, we are Slither and Pyromancer against Demented Shaman and Fade. This is a pretty typical babysit lane. Fade, not so much, but Demented Shaman definitely. Fade can be pretty much substituted for any other carry hero. And in this lane, he plays exactly like they would. Harassing your opponents is different to what many people think it is. It's not about constantly running in and getting hits on them, although that is what you do a lot of the time. It's more about looking for opportunities. Looking for opportunities to hurt them, looking for opportunities to get them low enough that they will not be able to farm. If you notice then, we both used our nuke at level 1. I used my stun and Slither used his slow at level 1. That's fine. A lot of people save mana for nukes until level 3, or level 2 even, because they say, well, a nuke at level 1 is really basically just 2 auto attacks. It's not. A nuke at level 1, a stun at level 1 gives you another at least 2 auto attacks on top of it. The slow is great to set up the stun, kind of like a double stun combo, but slightly harder to hit. As you can see here, Slither and me are backing each other up. When one goes up, the other follows very shortly after. The reason for this is, as I said in my last video, anytime you want to be able to harass as a babysitter, you want to be able to only be versing one hero. If you can get both offensive heroes up there at the same time, then the babysitter won't be able to counter harass anywhere near as effectively. Another big thing, it's annoying before it even gets in range. If you see that, if you're pushed back to your tower and you see that they are a fair way away, get as many denies as possible. Here, I'm going to stop this. I do get the first blood, but that's beside the point. We looked for an opportunity, we saw one, we got it. In this case, I'm going to go back. In this case, watch this. The Demented Shaman is out of position. He goes in for a last hit, he goes in for a harass, he gets a really nice heal bomb, but he was out of position. The Fade was not in a position to help him as effectively as it should be. As a result, we got the kill. I died, yeah, sure, but in the end, we got a Bloodlust kill. Bloodlust kill for a death is always worth it. Even for a carry, which is quite surprisingly. Now that I'm dead, this Slither is going to be soloing the lane. Slither against a Fade with no mana, the Slither should be able to keep him off the creeps quite easily. As you can see here, Fade is sitting back, barely in experience range. He is, however, getting experience. One thing that this Slither could have done was walked up way past the creep wave and started harassing him while hitting back to last hit. Last hitting in the offensive lane isn't as important as it is in the babysit lane, but you still need some sort of farm. Here, the Slither gets caught out of position and they initiate on him. Unfortunately for us, Fade doesn't have any mana, or this would have turned out much, much worse. I miss a stun here because I'm terrible, but at the same time, we have a great opportunity on the Demented Shaman merely because he was caught out of position on the counter gank. The Fade comes back in, we get the double kill. Again, a terrible stun from me because I'm a horrible pyromancer, but, well, that's neither here nor there. If your mechanics are fine, it doesn't matter how bad you are at the hero, you will do well. Here, I'm potting back up, which is great. I'm got a great opportunity here. One thing that a lot of people do is they'll pot up when they need the mana.